Absolute belter of a day. Just finished work, really hot. Want to go home and get some cold drinks into me, but before I do that, I'm going to go on the track. The plan is just do an easy run and get 10 by 200 meters fast. The last run I did was the workout that I did the other day, so ideally you should have had an easy run in between the threshold session and now the lactate threshold session, or sorry, the VO2 max session. But I did a cycle last night on the bike. I wasn't on the turbo train. I did 70 minutes, just easy. So that's gonna have to do today because I don't really have any other time to get this done this weekend. It's not a big session. It's only 10 by 200, so it should go fine. It should be relatively easy session to do. But before I do, it is hot. I need to get hydrated. A little bit of Monster. Keep the rest for after the session. I'm wearing the Adidas Evo SL for this session, so not any carbon shoes, which means there won't be much spring in the step, much bounce in the step for the intervals themselves, the 200s. But look, be a good way to just measure how much speed is actually in there, what pace I can kind of hold just for those little bursts of 200. Probably about, what, less than 30 seconds for the 200 would it be? Maybe just over 30 seconds. Right, now for the warm-up, just get a couple of loops nice and easy, and then there's a bit of breeze today, so I'm gonna do the 200s. I'm gonna run down the back straight and then run the bend at the top, and then when I turn to go down the home straight, that's where the wind is coming straight into my face. So I'm gonna use the wind to aid me as best I can to get the maximum amount of speed that I can, because when you're doing a session like this, it's all about running as fast as you can. You don't want any resistance, as in a slight incline or a slight breeze. So I'm going to do them all coming down the back straight and around the top end, which we're down now. Getting the warm up first though. Warm done, a little bit of a stretch out done. It's time to get the first 200 and then take it up right up to VO2 max once you get onto the home straight. So these are going to hurt, but it's only 10. 3, 2, 1. Four reps done. I think I said before I started, I was going to do them in between 30 and 35 seconds. That should have been 40 and 45. Rep 5 ready to go. Oh. That's 5 done. Jesus. I'm working and it's warm as well. Two more reps to go. It is quite windy. It's really warm. I'm really thirsty. So I'm glad this isn't a big session because I'm a bit dehydrated. Looking forward to getting the rest of that monster into me when I finish. Right, 2 more reps. Oh, right. That's rep 10. I'm hot, I'm thirsty, but I'm glad I got that done. Alright, that's that workout done. 10 times 2 minutes on, or 200 meters on, 200 meters off. And I kind of messed up the program of the watch. I didn't put the appropriate, I don't know what I did. I think I put the rest is too long, so I'm a little bit messed up, but I definitely got 10 reps, but I don't know whether I'm going to get the appropriate data that I need to see what each split was, but it doesn't matter. I got the stimulus, got the workout done, definitely got 10 reps. So the whole way around I was just thinking about getting back to this can of Monster. all I could think about for the last couple of reps. Definitely warm. Definitely didn't drink enough before I left the house, but I'm glad I got the session done. I'm gonna go home, chill out now, get some food, see what the evening holds. The key thing you gotta remember when you're doing sessions like that is when you're working hard like that, you want to work like pretty hard, but you don't want to be working so hard that you're really struggling on the last rep or two. The last rep or two you should feel pretty strong. Today I felt kind of the same throughout all reps, so I didn't feel particularly strong on the last two, but that's because my fitness isn't great, or my high-end fitness, my high-end speed isn't great. But I would say that the splits come in fairly metronomic, which is what you want. You see a lot of people sometimes go out in the first two and they skyrocket, and then they might cut it short because they just burnt out, or they haven't got the energy for the last two, or the last two the pace drops down. Or alternatively, which you don't see as much, is some people go out and they go conservatively on the first kind of 4 or 5 and then hit it really hard, so it's zigzagging its way in an upwardly direction. You want to keep it on an even keel if you can, but pushing yourself, but not overdoing it, not pushing yourself to the point where you're going too hard and you're getting too much of a stimulus, and therefore the likelihood of getting an injury, a little bit of a calf strain or a calf tear or a hamstring strain, goes through the roof. Just cycling up Vico Road, one of the nicest and most expensive places to buy property in Dublin. It's absolutely beautiful up. Check out that from backdrop. Quite a steep hill, pushing a few watts to get up, but it's a beautiful evening. I'm so glad I get out. Glad I did that little run earlier, but it's so nice to get out now and just spin the legs. 2 hours on the bike. I've cycled up from Portmarnock all the way along the coast. It's an absolutely beautiful evening. Come over to the top of Killiney Hill Road, coming up Vico Road. Just absolutely beautiful over here. A perfect evening for a cycle. I think I'm about an hour and 20 minutes in, and I'm only just turning out to head towards home, so it's going to be longer than 2 hours, but it's a good spin. Average pace at the moment is 25.6, so you should be able to get that a bit faster on the way home. Had to stop and refuel. Some heat tonight, lads. It's warm, humid, and I'm really, really thirsty. Right, the race is on to get home before it's dark. I need to get back over the East Link Bridge before it starts getting dark. Went a little bit further than I thought I would. His plan was just to get to the 40 foot, but once I got there I thought might as well just loop Killiney Head. Beautiful. Just thought I'd stop here on the way home. 46k into this cycle, an hour and 50 minutes. It's an absolutely beautiful evening in Dublin. There's a gentle breeze, but it's warm, and it's just absolutely epic. You forget how nice the city is until you cycle across it. Now, I will say one thing: who's ever in charge of bike lanes between the Alfieburn Road in Clontarf and Sandymount, they should just go into that bloke's office on Tuesday morning. It's bank holiday Monday. Just go into his office, clear it out, tell him to get the fuck and never work again. The place is an absolute disaster when it comes to bike lanes. Just coming to the end of the cycle here. Absolutely beautiful evening over Dublin. I'm so glad I get out. I've only just sat at home and done nothing tonight, so I'm glad I get out on the bike. Got some exercise done. Like 2.5 hours, a nice easy spin, a little bit of a climb over Killiney Head, but overall just absolutely fantastic. You gotta get your move on.